Her eyes closed as tears mixed with raindrops on the glass. The world felt empty, and so did she. The next morning, Maya walked slowly toward the nearby bridge. It was quiet, just the sound of wind and passing cars in the distance. As she reached the middle of the bridge, she stopped, staring at the water below. But just then, she heard a voice behind her. "Excuse me, are you okay?" She turned around. An elderly man stood there, holding a small umbrella, his clothes soaked from the rain. He looked at her with kind, gentle eyes. "I'm fine," Maya replied softly, trying to hide her tears. But he didn't believe her. He smiled and said, "Sometimes when we say, 'I'm fine,' it's our heart that's crying the loudest." Maya looked down, speechless. The man stepped closer and said, "You don't have to tell me what's wrong. But at least, come with me for a cup of tea. No one should stand in the rain alone." For a moment, Maya hesitated. But something in his tone, that warmth, that calm, made her follow. They walked to a small roadside tea stall nearby. Steam rose from boiling water as rain kept falling outside. The old man ordered 2 cups of chai. He handed one to her and said, "Do you know why I love rain?" Maya shook her head. He smiled. "Because rain doesn't choose where to fall. It gives life to dry soil, fills rivers, and cleans dusty roads. And sometimes, it reminds broken hearts that life still flows." Maya stared at him, puzzled yet moved. "Why are you telling me this?" she asked. He looked into her eyes and said softly, "Because I once stood where you are standing now." He told her his story, how he had lost his family in an accident years ago, how he had spent days wanting to end everything. But then, he said, "A stranger offered me tea, just like this. He didn't fix my life, but he made me realize it wasn't over yet." Tears rolled down Maya's cheeks. For the first time in months, someone understood her pain. As they finished their tea, the rain began to slow. The man smiled and stood up. "Listen," he said, "I own a small bookstore nearby. I could use some help organizing things. Would you come tomorrow?" Maya blinked in surprise. "You'd really hire me?" He chuckled softly. "Hire you? I'd invite you to start again." Something inside her shifted. It wasn't a job offer, it was a lifeline. A reason to wake up tomorrow. She nodded, whispering, "I'll come." Days passed. Maya began working at the old man's bookstore. It wasn't fancy, but it was peaceful. She arranged books, helped customers, and sometimes even smiled again. Each morning, the man would greet her with a warm, "Good morning, child." And every evening, she'd leave with a little more light in her heart. She slowly started saving money again. Then, she enrolled in evening classes to complete her teaching degree. Months later, she got a job at a small school. Her first day, she walked into the classroom and saw smiling faces waiting to learn. At that moment, she realized hope had never really left her. It had just been waiting for a reason to return. Sometimes, we fall so deep into darkness, we forget that even the smallest spark can light the way out. That day, Maya didn't find money, or success, or fame. She found something far more powerful: kindness. And that single act of kindness, from a stranger with an umbrella, gave her back her life. So if you ever feel lost, remember, you don't have to see the whole path. You just have to take the next step. Because somewhere out there is a moment, a person, a word, waiting to remind you that life is still beautiful. She had lost every hope, until a stranger changed her life forever. Maybe someone like that is waiting for you too.